Hello everybody, welcome to my 10th Resistance 3 weapons review and class setup guide. Today we are doing the, well, third to last weapon, technically for online use, is the Cyrogun. The other weapons are not actually technically present. I have two more to do. One is a DLC and the other one is from the campaign that I'm going to be doing because since it is the Augur and does count, it's not going to be the kill streak wise. You've already seen the Augur millions of times, probably. So really, I decided to go ahead and throw out the Cyrogun today. I did not like this at all. I wanted to try out the Cyrogun for myself and see why some people may use it and why others don't, and all that good stuff. But really, I can't find any good use for it. To me, it's kind of like the Mutator, except it's more the elemental weapon as well, just as the Atomizer. It's the second one in the in the second category for elemental weapons. It shoots out ice, as you can tell, basically liquid nitrogen. That is the primary fire. I'm going to go ahead and explain the upgrade, I guess, right now. Once you freeze an enemy, then it will shoot at they'll get shards. There's little icicles around them that you can see once in a while. That is the upgrade to it. It basically allows me to... No, whenever somebody dies or is around the ice shards at the time the person's frozen, then they take damage too. It's a very weak attribute to it, and it just really doesn't seem to be very useful anyway. Its freezing time is annoying because it does have a less rate of fire than the Atomizer. It's not as fast or potent as the Atomizer itself. So really it is kind of a hard to use weapon, but I use it as the Mutator with ability wise, and the rest, the attributes are different. I'm using Tactician and Air-Cooled Barrel. Air-Cooled Barrel to increase my rate of fire, and Tactician to reduce the overall cooldown time and the duration, well, to increase the duration of how long my abilities last, because I use Heal Beacon, which is going to be very helpful to me, and I'm also using Turret as well. Mainly I use Turret just because the Cyrogun's really not that useful like the Mutator was. The Mutator was strong, but it wasn't really that helpful by itself. But with a little bit of a push with it, that's when the turret will probably more likely come in handy. Now let me re-explain the primary fire. The longer you hold down the weapon, which it is a hold down weapon just like the Atomizer itself, then you will be you should be capable of freezing the enemy. And when freezing the enemy, that doesn't mean they're going to actually be technically fully frozen. They're just going to be stuck in place and can't actually move. This could be used as kind of like a slowdown unit, to where you could probably slow the enemy down, take him out, and just break him into a million pieces if need be. When they are frozen, you can go ahead and melee them, or you could just go ahead and blast them with the secondary. Now the secondary is a air shot, kind of like a pumped up air shot that shoots out and will break anybody stuck in the ice. This is used as a quick getaway kill. But you could also melee them or shoot them with any other gun while they are frozen. That is capable, or just even have your turret do it themselves. Of course, I run with the shrapnel grenades as my grenade of choice. Once again, these are your choice of grenades. There are a few class setups that I do change, or that I do recommend a certain grenade, but this is definitely one of those. Now, I'm also using Heal Beacon mainly because I need to heal a lot, like the Mutator. You will probably run into a lot of close quarter fights. This does have some decent range to it. Just like the Mutator, it arcs over at longer ranges from short to medium range velocity, but other than that, well, you could be used close quarter. It probably has better close quarter anyway, but try to keep your distance from the enemy. That's the best tip I can give you. Another thing, crap. Well, the upgrade to the secondary is actually an Ice Blast, to where it will actually do damage when fired. The shot of it is actually infinite. It is an infinite secondary, which should allow you to basically take out an enemy at a faster rate. Mainly helping you with your primary. That's what it's used for. It's there to help you take out the enemy when they're frozen. It's not really there to do much of anything else anyway. When it's upgraded to level 3, it will do some damage and will potentially freeze an enemy. Kind of a little bit, but not exactly like the primary fire does. You can't just constantly keep shooting it, and then out of nowhere the guy's just frozen. You have to legitimately use it kind of every once in a while Take them out that way. Once again, with the heal beacon, why it's used is mainly because I'm going to take a lot of damage when I'm running out. The Cyrogun itself is not strong. It's varied, whether or not the enemy's stupid or not, to be frozen. You can take out a lot of enemies with it, and probably taking out groups of enemies or running in there and trying to flank. But this is not the best choice. My eyes, it's better than the Wildfire. Yes. It will get me some kills. Yes. But overall, tactically, it's not really that good. And that's when a turret comes into play, where it can actually go ahead and shoot down the idiots for me, so that if I need to get away, or, you know, get a quick heal, and I don't want anybody attacking me while I'm healing, then bam. That's what you get. Get the turret on your side. Now, the whole fire versus ice doesn't work, just so you know. Just don't mess with that stuff. It's nothing. The elemental idea in this game is not really forced upon. It's more of whether or not you kill or not. Now, I'm running with air-cooled barrel as well to increase the rate of fire to at least somewhat full maximum, just like the atomizer. So it can be just as fast, and, well, it's still less deadly. But it almost has the same damage, I guess, if you increase the rate of fire. It's almost the same, but it's not 100% the same. You probably more likely won't. You probably shouldn't be running around like it is an atomizer at all. It is good for taking out turrets, good for taking out items, just like every other weapon in the game. It actually can do that for you. But it's not recommended to honestly get close to turrets. That's when I think that your turret probably should come in more handy for you to take out those items themselves. But I did kind of run a pretty good gameplay, somewhat here and there. It's better than the Wildfires was, and totally better than what the next one's going to be. Next one's just for funny as well. This one was for more legit. We are playing on Terraformer, which is a decent map. This is where I got my new love with the Magnum from. I used to actually like the Magnum. But then I kind of fell out of that, and then now it's just more of I had to try out these different weapons and get used to them. The Cyrogun isn't that bad, okay? It isn't like that terrible. It's not like, oh, it's unusable in my eyes. No, I've found uses of it before. I can get probably a pretty good kill streak if I try to stay alive. And that's where the heal beacon comes into play, so I can actually stay alive with it. So I can go ahead and heal on the run if I need to. But then again, you know, you're going to run into people that have Rossmores and all that good stuff, and that's what's going to happen. You're probably going to get killed by a Rossmore. If anything, you try to get too close, because a lot of people do. Or a bullseye, or something that's stronger than your weapon. Now, the rate of fire is pretty good by itself. Just air-cooled barrel is totally a more helpful attribute in this sense, because it doesn't decrease anything. It just increases the rate of fire. And it also will increase my what was it? It increases basically my strafing. That's what I'm trying to say. So I do aim a lot with the Cyrogun, and I usually use it as a hip fire. I use it kind of like both, just in case. Kind of get away from things like that, and yeah. You probably don't ever use a secondary by itself. It's kind of stupid. It's not useless, no. It just doesn't seem to really freeze them for me. It will slow them down and probably get your team a kill, but you... I've never killed a guy at the secondary before, besides the fact of freezing him first and then shooting him down. That's a cool idea. I like that idea, yeah. But I don't like the idea how it actually upgrades the secondary like that. I wish, like, when you do a air blast, it would actually, you know, like, this is my idea. Whenever you freeze an enemy, with the upgrade, I guess, since you're going to get it anyway, when it's level 3 is what I mean. Whenever you freeze a guy and then you shoot him with an air blast, I think those shards would go flying out everywhere and break into, like, a bunch of people and do damage as an area. Not when you freeze the guy and then they get sharded up and then all of a sudden, boom, whoever's near it gets hit. That I don't like. I mean, yeah, I understand what Insomniac's trying to do. I get the idea behind it, but I just don't understand much of anything. You know what's funny? What's actually kind of ironic? I'm freaking hot right now and I'm watching a Cyrogun video. I think that's pretty funny. That's just a little joke I get. Well, not really joke. No, it's freaking like 100 degrees outside right now, and you know my balls are dripping with sweat over here. Sorry, but it's freaking hot, and then I'm sitting here watching ice videos. That's not helping me any at all. Kind of funny, isn't it? Oh, hey, at least I'm not watching the wildfire, right? No, I'm kidding. If anything, I said give it a try. If you want to see what it's like yourself, go ahead and try. Don't let me, convince you not to use the weapon at all. Same thing with the wildfire, or the sledgehammer, or the auger, or anything like that. I'm not here to persuade you to use or not. Well, okay, I'm here to persuade you to use the weapon or give it a try. I'm not here to persuade you not to use the weapon. If I give a weapon a crappy, out of 5, like it's like a 1 out of 5 or something, that's probably because it's my opinion and I thought that it wasn't really that good. And a lot of people think the same thing on this game. A lot of people understand. A lot of veterans, I mean. Since I am a Resistance 3 veteran myself, I've been here since day 1 and the beta. So I've known, Resistance for a long time now. Resistance 3 wise, I've been playing it for a lot. And really, the Cyrogun is actually the last weapon you technically unlock, and I kind of see why. It's a good weapon in its own use, if you're smarter than I am with it at least. But if you use it like I do, like an idiot, then more than likely you're gonna get killed. I thought the abilities were pretty helpful, because it seemed like a mutator to me. Using the same abilities and stuff like that, but the attributes were totally different. Speaking of attributes, that gets back to the Tactician, because that's the one I've been trying to talk about the entire time, and you're probably like, wow, that's a new one. I've never seen anybody really use a Tactician before. Why are you using it? Well, mainly because the heal beacon doesn't last very long. With Tactician level 2, or I think just any level, really. Yeah, I think level 2. Definitely. It allows me to have a longer duration of time. I think level 2 actually is the cooldown process. I'm not 100% sure. The dash has the fastest cooldown on its own. So using Tactician is definitely something neat. I could have used Team Player, yeah, since I am using Heal Beacon, but I thought Tactician would probably be more helpful, mainly because I could just go ahead and run around and use the Heal Beacon whenever I feel like I need to use it. And other than that, why not, right? That's exactly how I kind of see it as, is if I need it then, I need it now, all that good stuff. And the heal beacon doesn't last very long, again, but of course if it gets taken out, it gets blown up, it's gone. And that's when I think that probably having Tactician back on will allow me to increase the time it comes back, will decrease the cooldown time, so that I can just go ahead and whip it out again, and if need be healed on the go. I'm trying to use it as more of a mobile system rather than just a stationary. Of course it is stationary. You can't take it with you. You can't put it in your pocket and go. It's more of you have to put it down and then you have to use it. That is what the heal beacon's use is to me. And you take a lot of damage while you're going to the Cyrogun, because you are probably going to be running around a lot more than you think you are. It's not a sniper. It's not a rocket launcher. It's none of that. It's like the mutator, shotgun, or something like that, or atomizer, if compared to anything like that, because it was close quarter shot, and kind of its decrease in range. Well, once again, it does have pretty good range. It has a decent, okay rate of fire. It's better than most, but that's when Aerial Barrel comes in handy, where it kind of helps me increase activate an atomizer out of the Cyrogun, and freeze the enemies that way. Well, if anything, it is pretty much good Sunday Maker. I'll give it that. But anyway, guys, this is the end of the video.